Alright, seems as Griff has found Rixa, but disengages from the chase and goes after someone else who's nearby. Looks like it was Nerd. Ooh, lands a lethal blink right on Nerd. Now those hay bells can be tricky. I often find, well, maybe not with Griff, but me personally, I can get looped around those stupid hay bells forever because the way you blink through them just doesn't seem to work sometimes. But not even a Jin has been popped, and Griff has already 2 survivors on the ground. This is not a good start for them. Alright, and Dragon's hanging out nearby, looking to go for the save, it seems. Rixa is close to wiggling off, but not quite enough to actually get off Griff's shoulder. Rixa's hanging out underneath the pallet. I know Dragon's nearby, so maybe he'll get the pallet save. Casca goes in for the save on Nerd. Griff says screw it. Picks up Rixa. They do not get the pallet stun. They were a little bit too far away to get it in time. That's a bummer. So far, Nerd and Rixa have both had their first hook. Only 1 generator done. Looks like Costco and Nerd are gonna go work on this double gen over by the harvester. Dragon looks like not going for the save. He's gonna work on a solo gen, which would be wise. Generator progression is very important, especially against a killer who can take control of the game so quickly. Two gens are done. At least we're getting somewhere. I've seen some games where it takes survivors against a Griff forever to get just 2 gens done. And it's pretty painstaking to watch, you know. Looks like we got Costco on his way to save Rixa. Rixa's about to go into stage 2 though. And I lied, Costco is not going for the save. Instead he's going to the top of the Thompson house to work on the generator. Now I didn't quite see if Rixa went into stage 2 or not. Dragon's also on his first hook of the match. Nerd wanted to go for the save, but he did not. Ooh, so close. Oh gosh, that jump saved his life. Run, Costco, run. Did you see that? I hate that when you literally go to blink and you just blink to nothingness. Now I can tell that Griff doesn't play nurse very often. Not that he's bad nurse, like he's not bad nursing or anything like that, but compared to how he has control on some of his other killers, you could tell that he doesn't use nurse very often. Ooh, that's weird. It didn't look like it was going to connect on my screen, and it did. Interesting. Well, if Rixa did go into stage 2, that last hook, then this will be his death hook, which I doubt it is, but I could be wrong. Nope, okay, they got him before stage 2 then. Good. I was about to say, poor Rixa. We got Rixa on his second hook. We got 2 people injured. What is Costco doing? Working on a Jin. Bravo, Costco. Oh gosh. The jukes were there, but they were just Not there enough. Nerd is about to go on his second hook of the match as well. Now, I am not sure if Dragon's going to be able to make it to Rixa in time. And yeah, Rixa's going to die. For sure. This is going to be a fast match. And this is depriving Griff of his 8k sacrifice. So that's a bummer on his end. Costco takes a hit from Griff and tries to juke around a tree and barrels, and that just did not work out for him, obviously. Got some altruistic plays over here by the cow tree. And they still have 3 gens to do. And we got Nerd on his death hook. Rix is already dead. Costco's being hooked right now. Dragon's been hooked once. It's not looking so hot for these survivors right now. And also, if Griff doesn't slow down on the killing, you know, so quickly killing, he's going to deprive himself of important points as well. This is turning out to be a very quick match for him. And actually, I'm hearing that, I was told that Dragon went to struggle mode, so he's also on his death hook, which is not good. The only person who's not on death hook now is Costco. Yeah, Griff needs a lot more brutality, a lot more hunting. He has almost 5k deviousness. He needs to start playing with his food, being too aggressive too quickly on the survivors. But also these survivors have been pretty negligent when it comes to saving each other in a timely manner. If he would have blinked a little bit further, he would have had him. There he goes. Those long blinks are really hard to get. But he gets 2 back-to-back, so alright. Now Griff knows, I think, that he's on his second, well, definitely, so he's not going to hook him. He's going to leave him on the ground to try and farm some more points off of his survivors, play with the food. Let's see. I don't think Griff saw Nerd. And Costco's swinging out the other way to pick up Dragon. Oh, Costco takes a hit in trade of saving Dragon. Costco found himself a green flashlight. Nice. Ooh, too bad he can't use it for himself, though. I don't think Griff's gonna hook him, though. Oh, maybe. Oh, that's right. This is actually his second hook. So at this point, everyone will be on death hook. So between Rixa dying and these 3 being on death hook and having 2 gens that need to be done plus 2 exit gates, they're in a tight spot. And, you know, Griff has a lot of control over this game already. He has since the beginning, so. Got Dragon swinging way out wide to go get Costco. And Nerd's just cutting straight for him. And Costco died. I don't know if they didn't make it in time, or what. That was strange. I thought that they had enough time, but maybe I miscalculated the distance. Well, that also deprived. Oh, wow. He was not expecting that. Poor dragon. Dragon's trying to mind game Griff by going back out the way he came from while he was around the corner. But Griff obviously catches on quickly. Start blinking for him. Oh, Griff's holding a long blink. Looks like he pulled off of him. Nerd finds Dragon and he goes ahead and heals him up. I don't think they've really made any gen progress since Rexus died. Well, I guess maybe they've popped one. But I know nothing's really been done since Costco's died. And Griff sees the scratch marks over there in the distance, but starts to break a pallet before going over there to check out if there's anybody over there. Oh, wow! How on earth did he see him? This man, I swear, can see anything, hear anything. Alright, he has officially given up on Nerd and moved on with his life. And Dragon's hanging out at the killer's shack and Griff is about to meet him there. Oh boy. Of course he'd see you there. Silly Dragon. Nerd's just running around aimlessly, injured, scared, crying. I see Griff doing this thing where he backs up trying to get like a long-range lethal blank. I see what he does. He tries to lose line of sight with his survivor and then blinks at them so they can't judge where he's coming from. He's definitely warmed up though from the beginning of this match, Griff has. His blinks were kind of here and there and now most of them are pretty close on point. Definitely leaving the survivors in a scary spot. It's like Dragon kind of broke away from that situation. Nerd is also injured like Dragon, just kind of walking around. I don't know if he's been working on a generator or not, but it doesn't really look like it by the fact he's just standing. Oh, he did not think that was gonna happen. Alright, now we finally have some gen progression going on. Nerd may be injured, but he's still, you know, going out of his way to make sure generators get worked on while Dragon keeps the attention of Griff. But actually looks like Griff gave up on Dragon and is working on that generator control now. Alright, well Griff goes ahead and he downs Nerd, beats in the generator, and then blinks away, probably to go hunt down Dragon. Dragon slowly makes his way to Nerd. And Nerd actually isn't recovering, but instead crawling towards Dragon. Probably trying to lose the area where he was once down, so Griff can't re-find them so easily. She blinks her way back to where Nerd originally was down. And does not think to look to her left where they actually were, so they moved and now they're trying to heal up together. And the hatch is right there by the cow tree. I'm sure both survivors are well aware of it by now. Nerd gestures Dragon to follow him, but Dragon does not pay any attention and runs away. Got Dragon upstairs. Wait, no, it's downstairs. That's the lower deck. Hiding from Griff. Oh god, is he gonna look there? Oh, he did not. That scared me. Oh my goodness, that's like the second time he's got a crazy blink on Nerd that I would not expect him to get. Nerd goes down. Oh wow, okay. I believe he's gonna go ahead and hook and kill Nerd, and a lot of the reason why he's doing that is because he knows, he's well aware at least, of where the hatch is. And Dragon looks like he's camping over by it, but Griff's gonna go right to that hatch. Or maybe not. Looks like he's beating in a generator, and then he's blinking to the hatch. Now we have a good old-fashioned hatch standoff. We got Griff looking for Dragon. Dragon's being kind of immersed on the other side of this rock barrier. Goes to jump in, tries to psych him out for a swing, but Griff does not fall for it. Griff is telling him, no, I missed out on enough hooks. you're going on the hook. Griff is shaking his head yes at him, but I would not trust him. Looks like Dragon has max bolt though, so he may not have all the points in objective and survival, but he definitely has the bolt. And it looks like he finally got max hunting. Goes for a hit on Dragon, and Dragon makes his way into the hatch. Nice. Wow, okay. That was actually... still a really good round for Griff. Honestly, I think 30,200, that's his score. It's the lowest score he's gotten so far this season, and with him sitting so far ahead of everyone else, like, that's pretty fantastic. We had Dragon come in first place on the Survivors end with 20,792 points. Nerd came in second with 18,186. Costco with 10,173. And poor Rixa at the bottom with 2,564 points. I like watching Freddy plays, mainly because he's new, so it's something like different to watch than what I'm used to.
Interesting. Like, you can see a good hillbilly play and you're like, oh wow, that's pretty good. Just like the other 1,000 I've seen.
Oh, he's already got someone asleep. Who is that? I can't tell. Trap Queen. Trap Queen is asleep in the dream world. She's gonna try to pallet loop him in this little area, but he chooses to actually break the pallet, so she can't continue with that.
I think at that point in time it might have been a good idea just to take the initial hit and get a pallet stun out of it. It's kind of unfortunate, but when you're found by Freddy, you're probably not going to get away.
Oh, yeah, because it's like whenever you do finally get away, he sees you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But instead of pursuing the chase after hitting Trap Queen, he decides to go upstairs and pull whoever that is working on the generator, both people, or is it one person, into the dream state, which it looks like it's Rixa. So we got 2 people in the dream world, 2 people injured, no Jin's done. Not a terrible start, but things are a little bit shaky right now.
Well, we haven't even really had enough time to truly see how this match is gonna go.
Rixa actually goes down trying to mind game Supercharger around a corner, but he called the bluff, downed him, and he's on his first hook of the game, Rixa is. Poor guy seems to always be found first, down first, hook first, die first. Just Rixa things.
Gosh, that's depressing.
It's not his fault either, it's just I feel like he's on a bad luck streak.
Possibly. I know it happens to all of us at one point or another.
He finds Trap Queen again. Pulls her into the dream world. Now, Trap Queen never plays as Dwight, so I'm thinking she wasn't paying attention when she readied up, because usually she's a short-haired Claudette. But she gets injured again. Rixa gets unhooked. Now they got a little healing party on Rixa. And Supercharger's off to a pretty good start. Now this is the second hook of the game, and not a gen has been completed yet.
Yeah, so far it's looking good, but generally when killers start out like this, the survivors getting gear for just getting out of the map.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, you get scared.
Generally the survivors have a good end if the killer has a good start.
Yeah, I've noticed that, because I'm one of the killers who always has a crap start, but I have a decent end. So I can follow that logic.
I saw that was an interesting play by Dwight, trying to stay on that generator to pop a skill check or maybe finish it before he
Yeah.
actually fell into the dream world.
I do that quite often, especially like between pallet drops. I'll try and heal to get a skill check, just to pull myself out of the dream world to buy myself time against Freddy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. He's doing a good job at 2 people in the dream world. Currently, he has 3 people in the dream world, while 2 of them are injured.
Absolutely. If he can get that 4th person in, then they'll have to start failing skill checks very specifically.
Looks like Jenry's getting close to going down, but I think he's found himself a pallet to protect himself. Drops it, Supercharger disengages and goes for another injured Dwight, which was Trap Queen. But he can't hook her because that would be tunneling.
I hope he remembers that.
Yeah, he left her on the ground and went back after the other Dwight, which was Jenry. Got Jenry looping him around this pallet. Gets a stun on him. Did not expect Supercharger to run into that because he was being pretty respectful of pallets before. Jenry goes down in the corn. Now, I don't believe he's been hooked yet, so this would be Jenry's first hook. So we got Rixa on 1 hook, Jenry on 1 hook, and Trap Queen on 2 hooks? Yeah, because she was the first one hooked. Alright, they finally got it down to 3 generators, so Supercharger can officially tunnel people off the hook and not be penalized for it, so they better be careful.
Who is that with the flashlight that was unhappy about losing out on the save?
It looks like Rixa.
Well, Rixa definitely needs points to make up for last round. Or the round before, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, at this point it was last round.
Yeah, it was just a really long wait.
So long.
I forgot my name, I don't know where I am, it's just been so long. And Trap Queen goes down in the top of the Thompson house. Goes ahead and kicks in a generator. Now, if he hooks her, I believe she's going to be dead.
Yes, I do believe so. That'd be her 3rd hook.
That's an unfortunate match for her, but she decides, or he decides to throw her down, probably because he heard Jenry tap the generator just now. Oh, but Jenry's getting pulled back into the dream state while trying to heal up Trap Queen. We got 2 people crawling around up at the top of the Thompson house.
Well, if he tries to kill off Trap Queen, she's gonna wiggle free. And it looks like actually that's who he's picking up again. So she's gonna get to walk free, I think.
Yep, she wiggled off actually right at the bottom of the steps.
Very nice.
But he's right on her tail. Trail? Is it right on her tail or right on her trail?
Actually, both work just fine.
Okay. You learn something every day. Alright, and NUJ like 99's Jenry's health bar while on the ground and decides to start searching a chest.
Brutal.
Interesting play, but I guess it worked out for Genray.
Holy crap.
Survivors
That
only
med
need
kit, though.
oh yeah, I know, right? A purple med kit out of a chest.
Mm-hmm.
Is somebody hacking? Like,
I don't know. Someone somewhere made the play alright.
now they only need 2 generators, and only 1 person's on death hook. Sorry about my kid screaming. He woke up.
That's okay. It was bound to happen eventually. I'm just glad we got to go as long as we did without any interference. Now,
Yeah.
how many hooks have gone out so far?
I believe Rix has had 1. Genray's had 1. What? I thought Trap Queen was on death hook. Okay, maybe he left her on the ground and it threw me off. So this is Trap Queen's second.
Possibly. Appears to be the case.
Sorry, I had to go AFK for a brief minute to take care of my child. He's all calm now though, so I'm back.
Oh, that worked out great. I wasn't even thinking about it. I'm just here watching the match with everyone else.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I think this is Genray's second hook. He just got down. But I don't think anyone's dead on hook now except, well, Trap Queen is and Genray is, but I don't think NUJ or Rix is. I'm not even sure if NUJ's been hooked.
I don't know, actually. I wonder how much NUJ's been chased this match, because he's definitely going to need those boldness points. And those boldness points can be difficult to get at the end of the match against Freddy. Because either you gotta get the totems, or... I mean, you gotta get chased with it, with a lot of pallets, yeah.
Yeah, I don't recall NUJ ever being hooked, so... NUJ heading to the Thompson house, probably to work on the generator upstairs. Ooh, and Rixa goes down. This will be his second hook, I believe. That's hard to keep count. These matches are like all over the place in my head sometimes.
Absolutely. Well, that's part of what the killer's got to do. He's got to have the ability to slug some people and use them as bait to chase down other players, or even to push them off of the generator that they're trying to do. So, I mean, there is a lot of bouncing around, especially with the better killers. You really got to know when to hook someone and when to leave them lie.
Exactly.
Now, I'm looking at NUJ, and I see he still has yet to use this medkit, so
I don't even
really
think he's
needs...
been touched. Like, I don't even think he's been injured. This man is hard to be found, maybe? I don't know. Pigman's kind of a numbers player.
His boldness points are going to suffer if that's the case. He really needs to just take a hit in a place that's advantageous for him and just get out and heal. Yeah,
wow, he only has about a little less than 2k bold right now. So he's not doing too hot on the golden at this point generation. Let's see if you can get a pallet spin on him here. Ooh, and he did. He psyched him out, making him think he was going to keep running and walk right into that pallet. sure why he ran back towards him, maybe to psych him out, but he ended up taking a long range hit and went down. But this is NUJ's first hook, I believe.
And he did get a decent amount of points out of that chase. Probably close to 1,500 overall.
Yeah. Oh wow, they actually just popped the last generator and got the gates powered while NUJ's on the hook. Now we got 3 people dead on hook, Rixa, Generate, and Trap Queen. NUJ's the only person not dead on the hook, but he is currently on the hook. Generate's getting a gate open. The supercharger finds him, pulls him into the dream world, but he ends up getting the gate open. That dream world really sucks sometimes. Especially once the gates are powered and the survivors just run right past you and you have to wait like a whole 10, well it's not 10 seconds, it's like 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
To pull them into the dream world, but that's basically like borrowed time.
Actually, I think it's like 7 seconds, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're absolutely right. It's kind of like an full-time borrowed time for all survivors without restriction. Now, I wonder why NUJ let another survivor heal him when he could have gotten extra points by healing himself.
That's a good question. So it's not like he can take that kit with him next game anyways.
No, absolutely not. He still has yet to even use it at all.
Maybe he
and I believe it, maybe it'll give him 2 full heals, I believe, won't it?
The purple one? Yeah, I think it does give 2, 2.5.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Alright, now we got Supercharger trying to Bloodlust. Bloodlust on NUJ. NUJ's gonna try and loop him around this pallet. Well, it looks like Supercharger has actually maxed out his deviousness. Can I talk?
No. Now, he still has yet to hit Bloodlust. I wonder why that is.
Yeah, I noticed that. I haven't seen like any markers for it.
I like how someone stole that pallet stun from him.
Yeah. Yeah, who was that? Rixa. Rixa came right up from behind and said, nope, this is my bold. Well, NUJ is definitely getting all that missed out bold he was needing earlier.
Absolutely.
Ooh, oh, but he takes a hit, which could result in something bad if he can catch up to him before he makes it to the other exit gate. Oh my god, he did not see him! This man, you were blind.
That's really unfortunate. If he could have gotten him down right there, he could have carried him back farther into the map and encouraged some more people to come take some hits.
Oh yeah, but Rick's actually ended up leaving the match. And now it's just an injured NUJ versus Freddy.
That's not looking too good for NUJ, even with the advantage he had.
Oh my god, NUJ goes down, and I think this is it for NUJ unless he can wiggle off. I think that there's a hook nearby. Could be wrong though. Well, that's what they get for trying to tease Supercharger.
Absolutely.
I feel like I hear the hatch. Maybe I was just hearing things. I thought I could hear it.
So Supercharger actually got a really good sacrifice score, even though he only killed one person, considering he hooked everyone else twice.
Yeah, he got 28,947 points.
Oh,
with only one kill. That's a fantastic score, especially with Freddy. There's definitely a learning curve to him that you gotta kind of get down. NUJ came in first with 20,568 on the survivor's end. And he died. Like, he died and he got the highest score, so even though he played a bit
put that work
immersive,
in.
he definitely got his points when he needed his points. Generator was right behind him, though, with 19,750. Sorry, I'm coughing.
Okay.
Rixa with 19,005 points. And then Trap Queen right behind him with 17,845 points. This is a pretty good map for Hillbilly. You have great map control with how fast he can travel across the map. And he's already come across the scratch mark, so he's off to a good start as far as finding the survivors. I think that's Rixa. No, it's actually Mr. Draconator. Costco decides to kick in the generator and just leave the situation overall, head somewhere else. Generate solo genning. Costco, do not let him take too much of your time. Just make him drop that pallet. Nice. Alright, his form of safety in this maze tile is now gone. It's only a matter of time before the infinite and the window blocks. But he decides to... Oh, he was going to disengage, but instead decides to go back. Not the best place to chainsaw, just because of those tight corners. And the pallets, of course. Hold on, I need to take myself a cough drop. I am like dying right now, trying not to cough in your guys' ears. Got my recode plus. Oh, the survivors are actually doing pretty well as far as gen progression goes. Rixa is about a third of the way done with a generator in the cornfield. Oh my gosh! Oh, I did not expect that to happen. I thought Nerd had cut it the right way, but he actually cut back and ended up eating the chainsaw from Costco. Two people coming in for the body block. Oh, Nerd has it. He's going to be able to wiggle off at this point. Draconator lands a stun on Costco as he comes in the corner to try to hit the injured. I'm surprised he hasn't seen or heard genre. I mean, Dwight is definitely a character who likes to be known whenever he's in here. Costco's just kind of going from gen to gen, kicking them in. Not staying committed to one chase. Yeah, and they are just powering through those gens. They're still running around injured in the cornfield. And Costco seems to get kind of lost chasing those survivors in the corn. I do the same thing. It really messes with your eyes, especially as Hillbilly, you're running so fast. You get that tunnel vision. And then Draconator's working on a generator by himself. Which is good as far as progression goes to get out of the match. But for objectives, it's not really the best idea to be working on things by yourself. Oh, Draconator throws the pallet down, but it actually puts him on the wrong side. Oh, Nerd was waiting to get the surprise stun on Costco, but Costco knew better. He tries to psych Nerd out to throw the pallet down, but Nerd does not take that bait. At this point, I would just run right through that pallet, you know, screw it, take the stun, go on with your life, get rid of the pallet. Oh, and he throws it down. That was a good little psych out he did there. Now, Costco needs to get some more chainsaws in if he's wanting to do his devious and stuff. He only has about 2.5k at the moment. Rix is being kind of immersed this game. He's sick of being bullied by those killers. Oh, Costco. He's trying to get him to waste that pallet, but Nerd, you know, he's got it figured out. He knows the game. Oh! He tries to do a reverse pallet stun. Can't really get past it, but he still hits him with it. Costco's checking lockers. Not really sure what he's looking for. Maybe he saw someone come up here. I don't know. Let me look. Let me look. No, there's no one up there. We have 3 survivors working on 1 generator. That's awesome for cooperative points for them. Nerd's like, follow me, and they're like, no. Good deal. Looks like they got at least 3 generators, 99. Oh wow, that was another close chainsaw on there. That's about time, Costco. You know, don't fear the pallet. Do your thing. They try to come in for the body blocks, but they just weren't quite there. Draconator gets the save on Nerd. And Costco comes right back, you know. He's like, man, screw it. Oh, wow. Rixa almost ran right into that oncoming traffic, man. He would have gotten mowed down. I was not on the right view for that. I missed it. I fail as a spectator. But Draconator goes down. I believe this is his first hook of the match. Yeah, it is. Now, Costco still has scratch marks, so he knows that there's survivors nearby, so he's gonna gear up to go right back to that hook as soon as someone gets unhooked. Oh, and they got the double heal on him. And he's gotta stop playing these mind games with Nerd. Waste on his time. Finds Drakenator again and lands a hammerhead on him. Here we go, we got Costco spreading the love right now. Oh, Nerd waits at the pallet to try to get a stun on him, but Costco's like, nope. I'ma swing on you. Now there's survivors hanging out nearby, so I wonder if they're gonna try and body block again. Poor Costco. Got Rixa heading that way. Genra's being chased. Drakenator's injured and trying to get away. Oh. Costco tries to get a chainsaw but ends up running into some of the map detail. Oh. And he gets stunned. Oh. Good stun on Genra's behalf. Poor Costco. Oh, he comes right back to the hook though, disengages from the chase with Genra. Drakenator is injured and he's like, I'm getting out of here. Riggs is doing okay. He's gonna go ahead and plunder. Hopefully he finds something good. Something other than, you know, a brown health kit or a brown tool kit. Seems as if Genra is like, give me that. Oh, what a kind person Rixa is. Would you think Rixa would want the health kit since, you know, these points matter for him, so survival points are great to have. Oh wow, that would have been a crazy snipe, but Genra saw him in the distance and made sure to get out of the way. And the Rixa goes down. I believe this is the second hook. Oh, maybe it's his first. Well, I can't keep track. This is kind of a slow game so far, so it is what it is. But Genra Nerd comes in for the double heal, and is someone being chased, or what's going on here? Drake is literally standing right behind Costco. Comes back, taps the gen. Wow, Nerd only has about 3/4 objective. I feel like they would have more by now with how many gens that are sitting at 99. Genra's pallet looping. Oh, tries to do a little was, you know, sliding a pallet stun right there, but Costco saw before it was too. Had time to. I lost my train of thought. Like, I'm out of it, damn it. Been sick all week. The reaction time. That's what I was thinking of. Costco heads back upstairs. Probably gonna go check that gate out. Draconator trying to get it open for an easy escape for Genray once he gets off the hook, which he's only on his first hook as well. Now Costco sees survivors headed towards the basement, so he goes ahead to go back to protect his area. Draconator's finishing getting that door open. Rix is going for the save. Generally goes back down to the basement and hides in a locker. I think he thought that Costco was coming back. But in all reality, he's just chasing Nerd around. Draconator comes downstairs. He's like, let me heal you. Hiding in a locker downstairs. Little locker Dwight. If Costco only knew, like, literally he has so much stuff he could be doing right now in that basement. And he's clear across the map. That could have been a straight up basement party. Oh, January tries to get a pallet stun and actually leaves it, but still ends up taking a hit. So was it really worth it? Probably. That 1,000 points is nice. Oh, it does it again. It's a win-win, right? Because January's not dead on hook, so could be worse. Draconator's hanging out nearby for the unhook. Will he be found? Not sure. Oh, all the survivors are nearby, but it looks like Nerd's gonna be getting the actual unhook. Draconator comes in, they do a double heal on Genray. And Costco is back already. Oh, the locker juke. He opts to hammer hit him when he could have really gotten a good chainsaw on him. He goes off to guard the gate. I don't know how to talk. Simple as that. Now he's really guarding this gate, but honestly I think the survivors, yeah, they're all in the house in plain sight. But I don't think Costco can actually see them because of maybe the distance. Oh boy. Oh, these spins! Oh, it almost made me dizzy. Draconator has max bold, but he ends up eating a chainsaw from Costco, and he's going on the hook. That is, if he doesn't get body blocked. At this rate, I would just throw him down. There you go, and chainsaw someone else or hit someone else. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Bad for them. I'm not trying to favor the killer, but these are just things that I would do. So I'm glad to see them working out for Costco. Looks like Rix is going on the hook, and this is his second hook. So this is good that he's not on his death hook. It'll keep the survivors in the game a little bit longer, and also more bait. The basement bait is the best kind of bait, so. Nerd was probably seen by Costco just then. I may be wrong, but. Rixa's gonna die if someone does not get down there to him. Nerd drops a pallet in Costco's face and he ends up being stunned, but no one is going to be saving Rixa. It looks like he's going to be dying on struggle phase again. For the second time this game. Aw, that's a bummer. Well, pretty good scores. Costco got 26,982. So that's a pretty good points for him, given he's not like a hillbilly main by any means. Dragonator got 26,012 points. Genre got 24,116. Nerd, 23,243. And then I did not see the last points, but I know it was 17,000.
Okay.
I have a feeling that he's wanting to practice maybe for his match tomorrow. I'm going to assume he's going to be playing as Hillbilly.
It appears to be so.
And this is a good map for Hillbilly, you know, as long as you don't get confused by the corn, which I personally do, then it's a pretty good map for him.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Absolutely it is. The fact that he's got such long areas where he can just chainsaw for days, it really plays to his strengths a lot.
Costco was chasing, I think, Draconator, but Hertzman working on the Thompson House Gen and disengaged to find out what's going on up there. It sounds like there's more than one person up there, actually.
Yeah, I don't know what happened the first little bit of the match I just played against Costco, but I know I solo gen that one. I just wanted to get it done and out of the way, and I was so nervous doing it the whole time because I kept hearing heartbeats go by, and it was like,
Rixa takes a hammer hit, but then he leaves him to go chase Junrei. Which is good, you know, kind of keeping those survivors injured, spread that love, keep the pressure on.
Mm-hmm. Spreading the love is probably the easiest way to keep the pressure up, but once they start pulling you into pallet loops, which looks like is what's going on now, that's, you know, you start to lose that control again.
Yeah, Junrei is definitely really good at those pallet loops. You know, he's one of those people you really need to pull off of whenever that time gets to being a little bit too far.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
Dragonator jumps in a locker in front of Costco while he's revving his chainsaw. So he doesn't get the chainsaw on him, but he does get a hammer hit once he drops out. Oh, the locker cubes. Love doing them on Nurse.
Oh yeah, it's so much easier to time on Nerf's end is the Hillbilly because you can just sit there and hold it for days.
Yeah, and she has her, like, you know, her stun time, so no matter what, she can't hit you whenever you jump right out or pull you off your locker.
Mm-hmm. At minimum, she can get a free hit, but that's about it.
Ooh. Draconator kind of miscalculated where Costco was going to go and ends up taking a hammer hit. He goes down. This will be the first hook of the match. And the first gen was actually just completed as I said that, so.
I wonder what the progress on the other generators is.
Well, he's walking past one right now. Sounds about half. Maybe a little bit less.
Okay, so the survivor's been at work.
Alright,
They've been getting paid.
Yeah, they're doing things. Junrei's kind of running around injured, but he found himself a brown med kit, so he's getting himself fixed up. Rixa is also injured working on a generator, but he just misses skill checks. So Costco comes beelining in and almost hits him with his chainsaw. Wow, that was close. If he would have went the other direction, that would have been game over for Rixa.
Mm-hmm. Rixa would not have been pleased.
No. Mythic saves his twin Claudette. Misses a skill check and stabs him.
That sounds painful. I'd rather not.
Yeah. Can I say no? Rix is still being chased by Costco. He's trying to loop him around the cow tree, but Bloodlust is gonna eventually catch up to him.
That's why every now and then you just absolutely have to throw that pallet. One thing I see JT doing all the time, and one thing I'd love to practice some more, is basically finding a couple of windows near each other and then a pallet. Ooh,
Yeah.
that is love right there.
Just kind of jump between the 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, and just absolutely never throw the pallet for almost any reason, but just look like you're, excuse me, about to, and then just go right back to the windows. Now, it's actually, on my last chase, on my match against Costco, I was really glad he didn't continue to target me when I was using the window and pallet combo, because I had just used up my 3 jumps when,
Oh yeah, I
when he
noticed
broke
that.
off.
Yeah, I remember watching that.
Yeah, if he hadn't have broken off right about then, he probably would have screwed me over.
Costco's really not taking no shit when it comes to looping this game. He's just, you know, if they take too much of his time, he dips.
Yeah, he absolutely learned from last game, which I'm really glad to see.
Yeah.
He played good last game, but hopefully he'll play better this game.
Oh my gosh, how come every time I switch my screen, something cool happens? Rixa got sniped all the way across the freaking cornfield just now. Oh, Junray is not being very smart right now. Oh, but he ends up juking the chainsaw that Costco is about to lay onto him.
He didn't start out as a play, but it turned into the play. Especially with that stun and not a hit going out.
Now, Mythic takes this opportunity to go save Rixa as Costco is chasing Junray. Draconator's coming on in for the double heal. Costco's breaking down gins, breaking down pallets, and then headed back to that hook area. So it looked. And here we go with the cow tree again. I know Costco's hates that tree because I hate that tree.
But the pallet already got used up, so it should be a much shorter chase if he just dedicates to one direction.
Exactly, yeah. Especially with Bloodlust on your side.
Absolutely. Either the survival will get smart and just dip, or I mean,
Draconator went to throw down a pallet, actually the shaft pallet, and he got put on the wrong side of it, and fucking eats a hammer hit from Costco.
I hate when that happens.
I really want to understand, like, what, you know, what it is that causes you to go on one side or the other of the pallet. Because I'll literally be over halfway onto the other side, and it'll put me back the other way. And I'm like, how? Oh my gosh, Costco again gets another snipe in the cornfield, but this time on Junray. He's definitely picking up speed with this killer.
He's only got half his deviousness though, so we'll see. He needs to get a lot more chainsaws if he's gonna make up those points.
Yeah, well, I've noticed that I feel like Costco's kind of focusing on using his chainsaw more than just tunneling and hammer hitting survivors. You know, kind of prioritizing his deviousness and hoping everything else falls into place.
Absolutely. Now, I'm pretty sure the chainsaw hits give more points overall, and on top of that, they give it in the category you want to get it in. But at the same time, you need to sometimes go straight for the hammer hits because they're just going to loop you to death otherwise.
Oh, yeah.
Costco just needs to go for a hammer hit here and then the
Yeah, I would quit worrying about the chainsaws at this point with Rixa.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Rixa thought he would have time to make it to that pallet, but he did not, and he goes down. This will be his second hook of the match. Draconator and Mythic? Where's Mythic? No, Mythic's not even there. It's just Draconator's working on a generator by himself. Mythic's clear across the map. Costco's hitting in gens. Oh! And he lands a chainsaw on Draconator as soon as I jump over to the spectate for him.
That was a very nice camera view. I loved it.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Costco's absolutely picking up on these chainsaws now. It's beautiful to watch. I love watching improvement. I love watching the growth.
Oh yeah. And you know, Hillbilly is one of those, you know, players or killers you want to practice with. You know, it's not like Trap or like pretty cut dry, like place traps, smack people.
There is more to it than that. It's a little bit more subtle. But yes, to a large degree, Trapper can be a much more steady killer when learning the strategy for him.
Yeah, it's more like with him, it's just like trap placement, knowing where to place traps, basically, and pushing people into your traps is what I've learned with him.
Yeah.
Like, don't just down someone, keep chasing them until they run into your trap at like the infinite window or something.
Mm-hmm. I love tricking survivors with going for a false hit, like going in and intentionally whiffing when they're running toward my trap. To make it look like, oh no, I'm still chasing you, you should be scared of me. And
yeah.
then they run right into my trap.
That way they don't try to avoid it. Yeah.
That's the best feeling in the world.
When Draconator goes down to a hammer hit, now this will be his second hook, I believe, and they're right by the basement. I think Costco's going to try and get him successfully into the basement.
He should be able to without any body blocks. But this basement's so far out of the way, he can't really utilize it the way he did last match.
Well, Draconator actually was dead on hook. I was wrong, so.
Oh, but that's not useful for him.
No. But at least he's got a survivor dead compared to last match where no one died.
No, last match one person died. That was Rixa.
Oh, that's right. That was at the very,
very
end, yeah. But Generator tries to come in and steal the aggro and actually gets it.
Well, now that one person's dead, he probably feels, very close. He probably feels like he has a little bit more control in this match.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've noticed he's had a couple of gens actually really regress. Tries to get the reverse pallet stun on him, and he ends up eating a hit anyways, but he does get his 1,000 bolts, so no shame in that.
No. That's the best you can, well, not the best you can hope for as a killer, but that's a worthwhile trade, as my opinion, in my opinion, when playing as killer.
Costco's working real hard trying to get those chainsaws when really he just, you know, gates are powered, chainsaw, no chainsaw, let's just get these survivors on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa! Okay, that was funny. I see Costco's just like, screw that, whatever happened just there. I don't even have words for it, just what that was. You'll just have to watch it.
Did he get the hit or no?
No, he was injured.
What?
Dropped a pallet, was in his face, swung, didn't connect, and then he went back over the pallet. Like, it was just the weirdest thing. I don't even know what that was.
It's okay. The devs did a pretty good job so far.
The Des did a good
It's
job.
okay, guys.
Des did a good job. Des did a good job.
Good job. Yeah, just keep saying that to yourself.
Say it with
Maybe
me
one
now.
day it'll be true. I mean, I'll give them credit. They're in a lot of ways they are doing a good job, but at the same time, the fact that they're falling short in so many different ways, it's kind of hard to excuse the faults sometimes.
One thing that really gets me is that there's still the bug whenever you're downstairs in the basement, the grass will move around above your head, like outside.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, why does that still exist? That's like a day one bug, and it's so goofy. Especially if you're hiding from the killer.
I hate that shit.
Like, I've literally found survivors that way. By seeing the grass move in the basement. But it looks like everyone made it out. Well, almost everyone. Drakeinator. Alright, well thanks for watching everybody, and tune in tomorrow at, what is it, 3 p.m. Eastern time? For game 27. 4 p.m.? Shoot, I'm so bad at times. 4 p.m. 4 p.m.
Eastern time and 7 p.m. Eastern time are the two matches 27 and 28.
Yep. And then after that we have our final weekend of league season, so come watch it while it's hot.
I'm gonna miss it. I'm so sad.
There'll be plenty more other things for you not to miss.
Hopefully. We'll see. Good night, everyone.
Alright. GG, and goodbye, everybody.
Bye.